And we are on the couch.
And we are rolling live on the couch. So because we listen to our 3 or 4 fans, they have been demanding some behind the scenes, kind of like more chill content, little bit like get to know us a little bit more. So you know what? They asked.
This is our OnlyFans idea.
This is how we're going to make $1 million.
Millions of dollars.
Is an OnlyFans account where we drink on the couch and we interview the people that we are like more like most close to in our lives and like get some like insider information on them. They'll get some insider information on us. So this is On the Couch with Ashley and Hailee, and you might get like a cat jumping up on our lap or a dog barking, and we're just gonna we're raw dogging it.
And the other raw dog part of this,
as you should,
because is that we decided we are going to bring in a guest.
That's right.
And then we think to ourselves, what nostalgic snack would they be eating?
Yeah.
And then we pair it with a beverage, and we kind of rolled the dice on this one. So
this is all like, we're testing this all out. Tell us if you like this. We'll ask the guest, tell us your most nostalgic childhood snack. So we did that. We
want to hear yours, especially if you're trying to get on this couch, which who the fuck wouldn't?
Yeah.
Come on.
Who's not trying to get on the couch with us?
Come on.
And then Ashley's going to like go deep into the files of cocktails and bring something like so spectacular. So
this particular, maybe we should start with the guest before we start with the snack.
I think we should. I think
you probably might notice again, we have similar looking faces on the couch.
It is not an optical illusion.
But we really did think for our first episode of On the Couch, because we want to be so organic and authentic and like this is our real life, like who better than, Hailee's sister Kelsey, who also is a badass and one of the most beautiful women in the world. So you're welcome that we brought her on.
My younger, more successful, more beautiful, definitely more stylish. The person who taught me how to do makeup when I was 14 years old. The one, the only, Kelsey Lane.
But didn't you teach her how to give a blowjob?
No, that wasn't me. That was a gay friend in the back of a bar.
She passed the phone off.
Oh, she passed the phone
She
off.
said, I'm going to need some help. And I said, I'm going to get you to an expert.
As you were also kind of interested in
I
learning.
was shopping in Gap.
Yep, that's right. She was like, things are going to the next level with my boyfriend. How do you give a blowjob? And I said, 911. Let me get some help.
No, you were curious about it, weren't you?
No, not at all. I let her go.
Would you like the full story?
Well, yeah.
No, because you came into
You're on
town.
the couch for a reason.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and I said, when you come to visit me.
Yeah, because you said, have you seen a penis naked? And
I was curious.
Was it wearing a sweater vest? Like, isn't it supposed to be naked when I see it?
Okay, the lesbians are confused.
Okay, back to the beginning. Kelsey was in college. She was seriously dating her high school boyfriend, and I started to get curious. Like, are they starting to have sex? And so I said to her, "Hey, so how are things going with Marcus?" And she's like, "Good." She's like trying on clothes at the Gap.
Oh, by high school boyfriend, you mean her still stallion husband?
Her now stallion husband.
Locked it down with that blowjob.
Lock it down with that blowjob.
The BJ. So I'm like, I'm asking some questions.
My daughter-in-law doesn't watch this.
She's not allowed to watch this. This is not content mom can watch ever. Okay, so or anyone else, yeah, other people's moms like
Family.
Marcus's.
Tune out.
The point of On the Couch is that we are here to offend and disrupt.
There's going to be a paywall eventually for this content. So get some freebies, get your little
Apparently
goodies.
not mine, because
Get your little goodies.
Get your goodies now.
We're also in Western cowboy hats over here.
Hey, we have a theme. We like to dress on theme.
Remember when those white old guys used to ride around on horses and say all this like shit, and everybody be like,
doing it on the
"That is fucked up." We've
That's us.
changed the times.
Here we are. So anyway, I said, Kelsey, how are things going with Marcus? And she's like, fine. And I was like, no, like, are you having
petting?
heavy petting, because I went to Catholic school. I was like, heavy petting. And she's like, what are you saying? I'm like, I'm asking if you've seen his penis naked.
And I was like,
Did she really ask
no,
you that?
like legitimately, I was like, seen it naked?
Well, because you could see it through his pants. I mean, I was being specific.
Well, and I also was like, well, of course, Hailee, because if you can see it through his pants, of course I've seen it naked.
But I've never.
So many questions.
Why were you asking her these questions?
Because I'm her big sister, and I was like
panicking.
preparing
She was
her.
panicking because
And
she
you
was
were-
also like, how am I going
Okay.
to support her when she tells me yes? Because I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, this is the first time she was engaging in an activity that I didn't have any advice I could give.
Okay. Yes. So
Go on, Kelsey.
I said, well, it wasn't wearing a sweater vest, Hailee.
And I was like, you're rude. As
And
fuck.
she said, rude. What I need to know is, are you giving blowjobs?
Yeah.
And I said, well,
And beyond.
unfortunately, you were blessed with the big mouth of the family, not me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And
Well-
she said, well, I've got experts for you on the line. It was like calling Dr. Ruth.
So
She
I
passed the
connected her with a few of my gay boyfriends. And then
I came to visit you.
she came to visit, and we were at the Bar on Castro.
tutorial.
For those of you who are
the BOC.
OG San Francisco people, were at the Bar on Castro. We go in. Of course, I order a vodka soda splash of crayon because I'm an
Splash of
adult,
crayon.
and it was the early 2000s, and I was gay. And then they get a beer bottle.
And also a white girl.
You were obviously in San Francisco because in Kansas City, gay would be like, I want a fucking, somebody give me a hazy IPA. Stat.
Yeah, stat. So
BBR.
they slide the beer across, and they take the beer bottle, and they take Kelsey back into the deep recesses of the Bar on
Where
Castro.
real blowjobs were happening.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure I had eyes
It was a little
focused.
early in the day. There weren't
Yeah.
any real blowjobs happening, but definitely they had happened before. And so anyway, they say to Kelsey, "Here's what you do." And so
They were so sweet and like
Oh, they were so sweet.
So, like,
methodical and like
And wait,
when you have questions,
honestly, you
ask
hadn't
us.
given one yet. Like you really were just kind of prepping to like. You can tell me now. It's okay. You're in a safe space.
I mean, I think that I had.
You maybe
had, but it
fumbled your
probably-
way
yeah,
through.
yeah,
Fumbled your
but I
way
was kind of
through.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't really know.
she just
and
needed some new tips.
Yeah.
Some updated tips
Mm-hmm.
and tricks. So yeah, so then she came back, and I said, "Oh, what was your takeaway?" And she said, "Apparently, it's more hand than I thought."
Yeah.
Would you still
I was
say to
like,
this
this is information I can use. It was practical, useful information.
Thank you.
It has carried
Thank
me
you,
through
gay
a very
community.
long
I'm
marriage.
actually like semi disappointed that our first on the couch experience is talking about straight people sex.
Oh, I don't know. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm really increasing your viewership.
yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, we're
Thank you for
broadening
the
our
broadening
base.
out audience.
Broadening our base
For women everywhere, more hand.
Okay, so another part of the theme of this show is that we have nostalgic childhood snacks. So we asked Kelsey we said, what is your most nostalgic childhood snack? And you said
Rotel dip.
Rotel dip. And for those of you who live outside of the Midwestern region,
doesn't slide when I. See how this doesn't slide whenever I hold it up, guys.
so this
makes you know it's true.
this is a regional delicacy.
This is not healthy.
It is the Midwest kind, not
It's the
really
key to our
upper
long life.
Midwest. It is down. It's
Lower.
Oklahoma. Texas does some different stuff with it.
Missouri though, for sure.
No, but the Midwest. the
This
Midwest.
is like straight mid.
This is
straight mid.
Yeah.
And not even upper mid or like lower Midwest. This is
Yeah, I
straight
don't think
Midwest.
like you get up into like Iowa and Nebraska, they start changing it.
Yep.
This is like the two ingredient.
I was unaware of that.
This is the 2-ingredient Rotel, and if you
the OG. You get your
This is
crock pot
space
out. You get a
food.
block. It's space food. A block of Rotel.
That's right.
You get 2 cans of Rotel.
you
this
get a
is-
block of Velveeta cheese,
Yeah, a block of Velveeta.
Mom, thanks for nailing that recipe. So
Yep.
far, spot
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
You
And
get
it
Don't
doesn't-
pull any like burger meat in there.
well, that
you know?
becomes something very different, and we don't like it.
yeah,
No.
gross.
Ew.
and Fritos.
And
Party scoops.
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 Because I asked someone to pick up some Fritos one time for some Rotel that I was making, and they got the little skinny Fritos, and I said, "Who even
that's
eats
Frito
these?
pie.
Who even eats these?"
do that.
So today we're doing actual Rotel dip, which you saw because I demonstrated how it didn't move from the plate, and Fritos, and
Rotel
we
scoops.
paired that with the most interesting choice of all time.
Yeah.
because this is a roll the dice thing. It is the
Carajillo.
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 Chewing. I hope we can. You have to say
Carajillo.
it again when I'm done. so we can-
Carajillo.
And it's
Carajillo.
awesome, by the way. Fuck yes.
Muy bien.
We were really worried about pairing espresso flavor. We'll put the
Oh, we
recipe
should.
online, but
Could we do like a little like
I'm doing a pairing. I just took a taste.
yeah?
Oh,
Because you've got the thick cheese.
did it work out?
Hits in the back of the throat, just right.
Woo! That's what they say.
Did the espresso work with the spicy
That's what
cheese?
they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Oh, and if you cry a little, does that mean it's good? I don't know.
All right, we're going to turn the tables to Kelsey. And the goal of On the Couch is not to be that serious, but Kelsey's here for a reason. She's a badass. She's a badass. She's a badass. You probably know her because like you're such a community figure. I was thinking about like the thing that I would sort of say about you being on the couch with us. And the thing that kept kind of resonating to me was like, you are so about empowerment of women. You run a company called Duo Fit, which we'll get to. But like, even with me, like, okay, lesbian culture, terrible fashion choices. Like we
Correct.
are the worst.
Yes.
Right.
No,
and
like
like,
this has been my side
notorious
life
for
mission.
it.
yeah. And it's like you have blown the doors wide open, even with me, like a project from years and years in the making. And you're like, hey, listen, I'll tell you when you look like shit, but mainly I'm going to tell you look great. We'll just fix it right up. So I'm a side project to this. The point is you on a holistic level really empower women to feel great about themselves and their bodies. And you founded Duo Fit Maternity. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about that?
I will first say that the whole empowerment thing comes from our mother, 100%. Just like she is a get below people and lift them up and do it, and like work ethic and all of that. And so I always knew at some point I would start my own business. And Hailee, I convinced Hailee to move back, which number one, that was like my first crowning achievement.
Because you guys are soulmates. They're soulmates, by the way. They're literal
We're 5
soulmates.
years apart.
Yep. And you had moved away after high school, and I was like,
I swore I'd never be back.
She was like, I am never coming home. And I was like,
Everyone
I
here
am
is
here
white.
for life. You are coming home. Long story short, got her back. She opened her gym, and she's like, you're teaching here now. Okay. So I start teaching at the gym. I'm also working full time. And through this whole process, we end up starting our family. I'm pregnant. I'm also teaching at the gym. And I'm complaining to my sister. I'm like, there are
Super miserable in her
like,
workout clothes.
Yeah. I'm like, why
I
is
wondered
there
how.
nothing?
I wondered where the seed was on this. Okay.
Yeah, because I was like,
glad you're telling us.
I just buy like some things oversized, or then I go to a store like Target or something, and nothing. I mean, we all love Target. Nothing against Target, but I wasn't getting something that was
You
like
didn't feel great.
It didn't
You
feel
weren't
great. They
feeling
weren't
great.
lasting. I would wear them for like a month, and they were pilled, or they felt see through, or I was
They
leaving
would
like
stretch out and fall
like
off.
sweat, like they weren't truly moisture wicking or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so frustrating. I'm just trying to like be connected to my body during this, and I can't even find anything to work. And then like postpartum, having a baby, and then like choosing to breastfeed, and like taking her out in the stroller, and of course she wants to eat, so I have to pull over, and then I'm like naked under this nursing cover with this sports bra trying to nurse my kid. I'm like, why is this awful?
I think the best business ideas come from like a lack of what you can find.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
I love that
mean,
you listened to that.
Yeah, because I was like, this is awful. And I kept saying to my sister, why is there nothing there? And she said, you need to do this. And I said, I have
I
a
kept saying
full-time
you
job.
have to start an active wear maternity line.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for you to do. And she was like, you were insane.
I was like, listen, I have a full-time job. I've just had my first kid who has never shut her eyes to sleep. I'm not doing this.
Still in 9 years.
And so fast forward, then I am not working full-time anymore, and I have my second kiddo and have the same experience, and even like go out and go down to the basement, pull out my old maternity wear, and I was like, wow, this is
Really
just as
bad.
awful as I remembered it.
Yeah.
And so
Do you feel like, not to interrupt, but
No.
I remember Sarah kind of going through this, obviously. Do you feel like it was specific to the working out kind of world there? And like
That's
that
where
was
the
a real
idea
lack
really-
of it?
Yes, for me, I was like, well, there truly isn't anything on par with like high-end activewear lines, and you know, like Lululemon's blowing up, all this stuff, and I'm like, okay,
But also
great.
no maternity options.
No
None.
maternity options. And I'm like, what? So I'm supposed to spend $109 on a pair of leggings to stretch out that actually don't even stay up, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
That's not fair. And so I, was talking to Hailee more about it, and I decided, okay, if this, and when you're pregnant, for anyone who's experienced that, you're so in it. It is so thought consuming that I thought, if this still feels important to me 4 to 6 months after I have my second kiddo, then there's something there. Because I just didn't know
really
if
good
I
awareness.
was like so in it that I couldn't remove myself from the feeling. And it wasn't even just being at the gym. It was also just, I had a toddler who was so active. And so I'd be on the ground with her up, and I'm like yanking up my clothes. I'm like, this is so dumb. This is just dumb. I don't feel good. I don't look good. I don't have clothes that fit. Like, this is why.
Yeah.
I'm growing a human.
Yeah.
Why can't I have clothes that work?
Like nobody was conscious about it.
Yeah. And so then, 4 months after I had my second, I took a gal out to dinner who I used to work with, and I knew that she would shoot me straight. And I told her the business concept behind DuoFit, and she's like, yeah, I see it. And then I went to my parents and pitched the business idea. And my mom said,
Our mom, an entrepreneur.
yeah, who has, so successful in her own right, and my dad, and they were like, my dad's like, I think this is a great idea. Shockingly, that he was like first one on board.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, if this is such a big idea, why isn't Nike doing it? And I said, well, because 9 months for their customer base, it's not moving or unmoving their needle any direction.
Yeah.
Like they're not losing anything.
Right.
Right.
But for someone, it is important. And I'm not looking to be the next Nike. I just want to be a really
No, just to be bought out by Nike. We're ready. Come make us an
Come at
offer.
us, Nike.
hey, Carbon 38.
Yeah, Carbon 38.
Anyway, so she was like, okay. So then we found someone in Kansas City, which that was like another big thing for me, was to like have it local while I'm launching.
Oh, so all of it's made here?
all of it's made
That's
here.
crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Small batch, locally made.
Yep. Because I wanted to be a
Designed
part of it.
in-house.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Tested.
I mean, I learned on the fly.
Yeah,
I was up
cool.
at like 2 a.m. watching like how to do fashion drawings because I don't have a background in fashion.
Yeah.
And I went to a fabric trade show and was like trying to find activewear fabric all by myself. I'm like just walking around like, hi. But that's just what you do and you figure it out. And what interesting enough, like I said, that whole thing about Nike, there was a big dust up around this time because they had sponsored female athletes. And they didn't have anything for them to wear while they were pregnant. And so they stopped paying them.
Oof.
Which is like lowball. Right?
Yeah.
And so literally 9 months after I launch, Nike comes out with the maternity line. Oh. And I was like, I see you. I see you. But our stuff is still better.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just better.
Yeah. So for me, it was more of just like, in this period of time, it doesn't have to be, here's the thing. And I learned this from my sister with what they do at the gym. I was like, I'm going to make it so good that you actually don't even have to come back to me if you choose to have more children.
Yeah.
My stuff's going to last.
And I love that. And I think like, not to digress, but like for lesbian fashion, it was a real similar, it's a real similar conversation.
Yeah.
Like trying to find like androgynous clothing that's actually tailored and stuff. It is not fucking easy to do. It's like always in my brain. Like, come on, get up with the times,
Yeah.
you know?
And fashion is such an interesting business, and it's like fast fashion and small batch and all these things. And the machines, I have learned more about things than I ever thought I would need to know.
But your core is like, hey, I got you women in Kansas City specifically and surrounding.
Actually,
the world.
yeah. I mean,
over
I
the
have
world.
customers. I've hit every 50 state so far, and I don't have the most customers in
Yeah,
Kansas.
you don't have a storefront.
I don't. It's all online.
It's retail, but it's
BuiltLikeAmother.com.
builtlikeamother.com.
BuiltLikeAmother.com. Did you hear
You
that?
do not have to be a pregnant person to wear it. You can also give it as a gift, which is what I
And
have
that's-
done over and over and over
Over
again.
and
And
it's
it
the
blows their
most-
fucking minds.
Yes. Here's the other thing: gift it to a expecting person, because at a baby shower or something like that, the baby gets all the gifts, which is great, but they have then 12 swaddle blankets, and you will never use.
Do you
12
know how
swaddle
many
blankets,
bottles of scotch I would get at my baby showers?
Which is awesome.
Fucking amazing.
Amazing.
But then
Thinking about
the
having a
mom,
third.
The pregnant person deserves something.
yeah.
For sure.
And like to give them, which you have started doing, and I was like, yes, this is like, yes.
When my friends get pregnant, they get a full DuoFit outfit. They get leggings, a top, a cool sports bra because they have a nursing sports bra.
Our nursing sports bras, by the way,
It's the best.
I wore mine.
And
9
you
months.
don't even have to wear this to work out. I mean, we know this athleisure wear is everyone is wearing it all the time. It's great to travel in. It's great to work in. Now everyone's working from home. If you have kids and it's the weekend and you want to look good and feel good and your clothes perform good, DuoFit is where it's at.
Everyday life is a workout.
Let me
don't
ask you
have to be
this.
in the gym.
What were you going to like talk to your sister about on the couch?
Well, that's good.
Oh, well, I just was kind of gonna let it go kind of organically. But I did definitely want to get a plug in for her business because I'm very proud of how hard she works and her creative vision.
Well,
and I
your
will
business
say-
deserves a plug. I mean,
you.
listen, my wife wore it all throughout the pregnancy. I can attest to it. I mean, I got lucky to meet you through being friends with her. Fortunately, you know, I don't know how, like, unfortunately, I guess, like, it fucking sucks for you to get drug into this little shindig mess over here. I mean, the conversations you and I have had at 1 a.m, hammered drunk before you fall asleep randomly. Oof. This girl can fall asleep on a whim. You could be like mid-story, like, this is my life mission. I'm feeling emotional.
You say 1 a.m. I don't think she makes it to 1 a.m.
11.
This has got to happen. At
11
I
p.m.
was gonna say
11 p.m. I bet Hailee
there's a
can give
1 in
me
it.
400 photos of
easily.
Kelsey just randomly falling asleep.
I made a reel for her birthday this year, and at least 4 of the photos in there were of her sleeping.
Just this spring break, my whole
Just-
family trolled me falling asleep.
Yeah. Our entire family thread from
Y'all
just
jealous.
spring break was just pictures of Kelsey falling asleep in random
And the
places.
other
just
random thing I
jealous.
wanted to bring up today, and this is a real thing that I thought.
Hold on, let me just a plug for the pre-bed nap.
Yeah. Chef's kiss.
Your
What
body shuts down. It's like
You get a quick REM.
enough of these fucking rambling lesbians.
Quick REM.
Down I go.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I get a little second wind. I make it from 10 to 11.
So
She fixes food at that point.
and,
I'm
and she
packing
has been with her
lunches, and then I
husband
go back to
so
bed.
long that we can be out. All of us are out. We are raging. We're coming home on a party bus. Kelsey falls asleep. All I do is text Marcus Perry, her husband, and he goes, "Is she
Got
out?
it.
Is
Got
she
it.
out?"
I'll
Question
be
mark.
there soon.
Yeah. I was like, you have to come to my door to get her because
and he's such a stallion. He just carries her to the car.
he comes and
She
peels her
doesn't even
right out
wake
of the
up.
party
She's
bus.
REM cycle.
Yeah, she's like, I'm
a
good.
giant, sexy looking man. I got my
Yeah.
Listen, to lift these quads, you have to be a giant
Yeah.
fucking sexy man.
Yeah.
Because,
Be gentle on yourself, lady.
well, I mean, if you can't out squat me, we can't be together.
That's right. Although you do share a trainer, and Ian says pretty regularly that you are the stronger of the two
That is
in the
also true.
couple.
Really?
Pound for pound, Kelsey Perry is stronger than Marcus Perry. Let it for the permanent record.
I rode a fucking cycling class with you that Hailee was teaching. I don't know why. Sometimes I say yes to Hailee on these things.
Right? Don't you? When you get there and you're like, I
She does
instantly
these like
regret
hype
this.
things.
Kelsey's
like,
whole
please
life
come,
is
and I'm like,
saying
okay,
yes to me.
yes, Hailee.
She knows.
100%.
So then I look
knows.
over.
Sight
and-
unseen. I'm like, yep.
The thing that really sucked for me is I look over during. I mean, I am fucking dead. I'm like pissed off at you, Hailee, for making me be there. I'm pissed off. And I look over and I see that like Kelsey is outperforming me
Yeah.
by like
I would
say 80%.
I would put power numbers up in my class just so people could see how far ahead Kelsey was.
She's just killing me.
And so that I could look at everyone else in that class and be like, work fucking harder.
Yeah, she would.
No, I
she'd
just shut
rally the
down.
troops.
You know how you shut down for nap time when
Yeah.
I'm telling you a story at 11?
You're like
I
powering
shut
down.
down for. You're like I power down for our
100
cycling
watts behind her. I'll be taking a
I'm
nap
like,
now.
listen, you know, I'm not interested.
I know. You see those people in Haley's spin class that are like moving their feet real fast, but I'm like,
I've never been
I see
interested
you,
in
Bike
working
17.
out more than a meditation, you know?
you like some savasana?
Shavasana.
Oh, did I say?
Good job, Mom.
For me, the best workout.
It's a genetic trait. We just mispronounce words confidently, and
Just
we
fast
roll
forward.
with it.
Okay, so the other thing that I was thinking of, was there like anything else that you were like, while she's on the couch, I've got to bring this up?
Oh, just the biggest thing is, so, Kelsey's 5 years younger than me. When she was born, I was so excited because I was like, oh, great, my mom is having a baby for me. Yeah. Literally, I thought she was having Kelsey for me. Yeah. And so she started to really understand that, oh, there's not just like as her sister, but she's like going to try and mother this baby.
Like you were,
Yes.
you were ready to
I was ready.
do that.
Yeah.
You had
I was
signed up
I was
for that
5 years
position.
old. I was ready. And I was like, okay, well, so she brings Kelsey home and she brings home a Cabbage Patch, right? It's the early 80s. Cabbage Patches are really hot. She brings home a Cabbage Patch and she's like, hey, I brought you a baby home. And I was like, yes, that one. And she's like, no, the Cabbage Patch. And I said, no, girl, the Cabbage Patch is for you. The baby is for me. What are you even
girl.
saying? And so
You
since
take that baby doll on back to Toys
yeah,
R Us.
I don't even care about that Cabbage Patch. And so when she was really tiny and my mom would be napping and Kelsey would be in the bassinet and I was I was up watching Julia Child because I was a very peculiar child.
You were interested in French food.
Yeah, I was watching French food while they napped, and
Rotel and buttered fish.
that's what. Yeah, exactly,
omelet.
and a great omelet. And then so I would go. I would open the door, quietly, and I would sneak in the room, and I would get just under Kelsey to lift her out of the bassinet. I'm 5 years old. I'm going to steal this baby. I'm going to take her to the playroom.
your room.
And my mom would say,
Cuddle her.
"Put the baby down, Hailee," and I'd be like, huh. And so I'd have to put the baby down
My mom would sleep with her hand like on
on
me.
her because she was like,
Because Hailee was out to
because I was
going to
steal her.
She would break
So-
me out of my crib.
I still feel like this hasn't changed that much.
It has
hasn't.
no. So we are
really
so
relevant
we're
to today's conversation.
Yeah, we are soulmates. We're best friends. I mean, we went through a period of time when kind of teenage years where there was some like animosity.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
You were dating super hot guys.
Yes,
She wanted to steal them.
Yeah, we had become friends by
and
then.
she stole my hair straighteners.
Yeah, I was definitely stealing her shit.
After
She
I
lived
taught-
at home with
after
mom
I
and
taught her
dad.
how
She
to
got
use
great
them.
shit. She got like hair straighteners and makeup, and then I would go back to college and I would take it all with me.
After I taught you how to use them, if I didn't introduce you
oh
to
my
them,
god, I would be homeless looking on the side of the street if my
My
sister
least
wasn't.
favorite thing about
In
Hailee
cargo
is how
shorts and-
de-lesbian she is. Like,
De-lesbian,
I
what
mean,
does that
you're
mean?
like, well, it's like, she doesn't even have anything to teach you because you could still teach it to her and blah, blah, blah. It's like, how much use could I have gotten from her?
100%.
skills? It's like, you didn't even need it.
No, I did.
You're just rolling around.
What you see
like-
today is a product of her very hard work.
we have an
Hey,
occasional
listen,
She
check-in.
laid a
Don't,
she
don't
lays the
feel
foundation.
shy about fixing me. You
Every
know what
single,
I mean?
you know
Yeah.
I
almost 99% of the time before I buy something, I send it to Kelsey. I'm like, is this cute or is this my lesbian brain saying that it's
Is
cute?
that time? Anyway, I feel like, I'm pissed because you got this like built-in straight
You should be pissed.
support
People
system.
should be jealous of our relationship.
When I was 30 years old, I was trying to sleep with a woman that was much more beautiful than me. And I was worried. I remember this because she was like, I'd consider it, but you are wearing an
And she
orange,
called you out on your outfit.
an orange sun
She said, I would consider it,
yeah,
but
but you are wearing an orange
only
sun.
wow.
I
Wowie.
like the
Wowie.
feedback,
An
You're wearing
orange?
an orange Sunkissed Target t-shirt and a green hoodie. And
Oh my
like,
God, I am there.
I just,
Kelsey's like,
I can't.
yeah, I can see it.
She
That's
just,
a boner
she
killer.
just was like, I can't.
a
And I was
boner
like,
killer.
I got to take this shit more seriously. I didn't have you growing up. I was from Knob Noster, Missouri with a couple brothers.
Well, with the sun
no
kissed
straight
that is
irons.
evident. Yeah, yeah,
Anyway.
you did. You needed me.
Anyway, you got
I'm
lucky.
here now. I'm here.
No,
now.
I got lucky.
I
and
saved her from so many bad pairs of cargo shorts, and
Well, we made a lifelong pact.
we did. And I am fully committed.
We made a pact that
I'm unaware of this pact.
we've told you our pact. Have we told you our pact?
No.
Her and I. Well,
I'm not gonna let her look bad.
Okay,
well,
great.
no, not that pact.
Oh,
Anytime we're feeling extraordinarily shitty about ourselves,
I don't know.
because
Feeling
we all when we see each other, we always talk about how great the other person looks. You and I, we always
Yes,
do this.
always do.
And we did this recently, and then we were like, I was feeling a little shitty about myself. Me too. And then we ran into each other. And we're like, I feel good. And we're like, lifelong pact.
Yes, because you
Lift each other
everyone
up.
Always
needs-
going to tell each other how great each other looks. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
If you don't have a friend that can look at you and see all of your best things every time they look at you, you need new friends.
You're my first friend that's told me that.
I learned it from my sister.
this is why she's my best friend.
Yes, because and it's true. You need to be surrounded with people that are like, I am your hype person 100% of the time. Even at your lowest, I am your hype person.
I'm a silverback gorilla for you. I will
100%.
rush into camp. I will rip someone out of their tent.
100%.
I will tear them limb from limb. I will tell you you are a beautiful baby angel and that PMS lies to you. When you look in the mirror and you don't see what I
Lies.
see, I will say, fuck you. You're a cunt, PMS.
Yeah.
You say someone's
what?
name and you give me a look and I know that person no longer exists on planet Earth
It's
for me.
it's kind
They're
of weird to even
dead.
sit between them right now. You know what I mean?
They're
Like
dead.
there is a risk to that.
there is a risk. I mean,
I will kill you. I will kill for you. I will love you and love for you. I love all of your children like they are my own. I love your husband like he is my own. That's a whole thing. And then also
that's a whole thing for another episode.
that's a whole thing. And
Next on the
her
couch.
children are my children. So my mother had her for me, and then she had her children for me. So now I have all these children.
So many children.
that other people had for me. It was really convenient for me. But yeah, no, it is. It's
Which is
cool.
why you had to nurse me back
It's cool.
to
It's
health.
really remarkable. And it's kind of sad because sometimes some people start talking about we have this amazing younger brother who's so cool, and his wife is amazing, and she's like a sister to us. And sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, my brother Spencer, and they'll be like, you have a brother? And I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
But then they see him and they're like,
well,
he's for sure your brother.
for sure. But I just mean that like I must talk
great
about you
conversation
so
with him
much
Yeah, I mean, it's,
that people are
and
like,
like Spencer and I grew up actually closer
Closer.
than you and I, because we're closer in age and we were together a lot. And we have funny memories, but there is, birth order, I think, plays a huge role in it. And I see it developing in my own children because I have 3. And then it's just also like there is, and I felt this way about only having 1 girl and 2 boys. I was like, man, I wish Carter could have a sister because
I feel that way too.
yeah, because
it's a real thing. You know,
It's a real thing.
Sisterly bond is a real thing.
but thankfully I have 3 nieces and they're being raised almost like siblings. Like they are so close. And
yeah, our little brother and his wife have 3 girls.
yeah, and it all worked out. I think the dynamic with my 3 is going to be
And
just
also,
fine.
I told you to your face, if you had a 4th child, I was no longer co-parenting with you.
I was also no longer co-parenting with my husband.
I said, get a fucking puppy.
I heard all.
We are not having a 4th child. It's bad for the environment. 4 children is bad for the environment. I was so furious. I could feel you kind of.
I was circling.
Beep, 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 beep. And I said, not on my
was like-
watch. I said, not. I said, let me shut that all the way down. I said, are you thinking? I remember we were running and I looked at you. I said, are you thinking? You said, I'm thinking. I said, don't you dare.
I was in
have
that 1 week in the middle of my cycle where I was like feeling
She
invincible.
was feeling fertile and well slept.
Oh shit.
Never well slept, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you.
Yes,
I
let's
wasn't
do
even
speed round.
actually. This wasn't even a question, but now we have to know what percentage gay are you?
0%. She's very.
I was going to say 3.
Yeah, she's
3%.
So you're saying there's a chance,
That's a
Lloyd?
great answer, guys.
Saying there's a chance.
I will big
For our
spoon you on the
14
couch.
for our 14 lesbian audience, we have the big spoon on the couch.
She is as gay as I am straight. Like we are literally like the yin and the yang.
I
of
agree
that.
with that. I know. Celebrity doppelganger.
That I get? Oh, I get 2. I get Julianne Hough, and I get Christina Applegate.
Yeah, Christina.
Which I was like,
fucking
fuck yeah.
sure.
Also, the daughter
Yes.
June Dunn from Frankie and Grace.
Yes, yeah. Yes,
What's her
I
name?
get-
June Dunn. I'm
I
so
see
sorry.
Christina Applegate for sure.
I do too.
Well,
Yeah.
what doppelganger would you give your sister?
Oh, Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Ripa.
Did
Which
you
doppelganger
know-
would you give me?
I have not
Reverse
thought
questions.
about this.
I know. This is where on the couch is.
Zach
get?
Galifianakis.
What do you think?
Oh no.
I just made that up.
Please don't agree with that. This is part of our lifelong pact.
Elijah Wood.
Well, yeah, but that was an obvious one. Let her answer the question.
Sorry. This is her whole life. Someone asked her a question and I answer for her.
I don't know. I need to think about this.
Any lesbians out there that I kind of have the same vibe? If you say Ellen, I'll punch you in your.
No, she's
She's still
No.
giving her answers. I see her giving her answers. I can hear her like.
I said,
no.
All right, we'll
you
skip
know
over
what?
it. I'm gonna move on.
But no,
I'm
who
gonna
do you
move
get?
on.
Because here's the thing. I feel like you are one of the most solely you people that I know.
One
Like
of one.
One of one.
I'll take
Ashley
it.
Kendrick, one of one.
I'll take
Yeah.
it. Elijah Wood, Megan Rapinoe have a baby. Probably me.
Okay, like
The
maybe,
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Probably.
That is
I see that.
100% accurate.
Because it was not one or the other.
Right.
If
love
you
child.
were a literary character, who is it? Of all time, in all books, like you're like, that's me. That's my character.
No, I need you to ask me a movie, not literary.
She's like,
Okay, movie. I'll give it to you.
I am Baby from Dirty Dancing, bitch.
I Oh, and I had the
Give me a
biggest
pair of
crush.
Keds and jean shorts, and I am gonna cha-cha my way straight up to Johnny.
That reiterates that whole 3% lesbian thing right there. Reiterated.
Man,
Listen,
we watched Dirty Dancing.
but for different reasons.
So we were like, let's watch it again.
We watched it
Correct.
all summer long. We
was
broke
in
that
her
fucking
corner on that
VHS.
I was in her corner.
Yes.
Look, I'm sweating.
Yes, Jennifer Grey. I was like, give it to me, and she was like, Patrick's with it. Give it to me. When they did the lake scene, we rewatched
together,
it
though,
a couple
like,
of
the two of
times
them
for different
together.
reasons.
The chemistry.
Yeah, there was hot
Man,
chemistry.
just too
very hot
good.
chemistry.
And like
Man, is there anything
so
that's
many
even
tropes
compared
that I didn't
right
know
now?
about in my young
yes,
10-year-old
Yes.
brain. I'm like, age gap.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
yeah,
Wow.
Didn't
Yes.
matter. I mean, it was
Yeah.
so
class,
Bad boy.
age,
So
bad
beautiful.
boy,
So
virgin, experienced man. Yeah, the whole thing. And then also that there was like all that whole like abortion undertone, which you don't get really until you get old enough
It's
till
such
you
a
get
great
it.
film.
It's a great film.
Is great.
Here's to it. Cheers.
I
That was
mean,
actually
We're out of our.
carajillo. Carajillo.
Don't look it up. I'll make you one.
It's
They're
a
great.
delicious espresso coffee drink with tequila and liquor 43. That's how you say it in English. There's a way to
Do you
say
have
it in
any
Spanish.
boom
I don't
boom
know.
songs that you'd be like, that's my boom boom song?
The song you have sex to is what she's trying to say.
no. I tried not to have music on.
You get distracted.
You
Listen
don't
with
have any like
listen.
boom boom songs or boom boom albums.
She needs to be able to hear the pitter patter of little feet. She can't have music on.
All
She's
right,
like,
fine.
roll over.
I don't have time.
He's coming.
Song.
Get out of me.
Question
Off me.
rephrase. Question
How many times
rephrase.
have we been walked in on by a child?
No,
lot.
rephrase. If there were an album you had to listen to all day on repeat, what album? Not sexual.
I will say one of the first albums that I like really listened to and has some boom boom vibes is Justin Timberlake's Future Sex Love.
You went to your boom boom.
I never got to like boom boom to that because I was already pregnant.
I thought
and
you
was
for
like,
sure
"Get
gonna
the fuck
say
away
like
from me."
the Indigo Girls or Sarah McLachlan because
That was your
what the
boom boom
fuck?
song. As soon
No,
as I
but
heard
because this
Indigo
is
Girls
why.
coming
This
from
is
your room,
why
I would go up to the room and be like,
most cute.
Please turn off the Indigo Girls, Hailee.
Hailee, your door's locked.
Yeah, because I
And
was
she'd be like,
I was
we're watching a movie. I'm like,
dry humping my girlfriend.
She's got freaking Mackie up in there.
no,
Indigo
no,
Girls.
no, we won't say.
No more names. No more names. They will remain nameless. But yeah, this poor guy, she had me as her older sister. Most girls get this like cool older sister that's like kissing cute boys and like setting fashion trends and doing all this stuff. And she like her heroes, because they were my heroes, are like U.S. women national team soccer players
I
and
hear Julie Foudy in my sleep.
yeah, Julie Foudy and Michelle Akers
I can
and
pick 'em out in a
100%.
No, their stats.
Yeah, 100%. She literally could like pick national team players from like the team 85, all that. Like that Kelsey, like unfortunately for her,
All of them.
the Indigo Girls were her.
She
That's
used to
her
drive me
3%.
around in her Nissan Altima.
That's right. Sunroof open,
Riding dirty.
leaned back,
Leaned
and the
back.
lee hood.
To Sarah McLachlan Mirror.
No.
No, to Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yep. That's right.
wow, this is why I don't
Yeah.
have a boyfriend either.
It's a for sure cock blocker. We're not talking like.
She's not making out with her boyfriends, and neither am
But mom
I.
kind of touched on that.
Where's my speed round question?
Mom kind of touched on that, right? On the last little whatever.
Yes, I was spying on you and your
behind the bar.
boyfriends.
Yeah.
Like I'd have my little CoverGirl makeup mirror trying to peek around the stairs. I'm like,
She was like, touch their wiener. And I was like,
Please.
no.
move bodies closer, kiss, something, hold hands, do anything, touch each other. Nothing happened.
I used to take her on my dates with me as.
And put me in the middle.
yeah, I'd be like, sit
I was
here.
like, here, you can hold my hand.
Oh, God, you guys. I'm going to move on.
I was her beard.
Okay.
100%. You were such a cute beard.
What is your stallion
Underage beard.
husband's? Who is your stallion husband's celebrity doppelganger?
This is so good.
We need to flash a picture of her husband. Like he's just a hunk.
Hunk.
There's like, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like there's a little mix. A little James Vanderbeek and a little Tim Tebow.
And
then,
Tim
like-
fucking Tebow.
But he's not a douche.
Deleting.
Marcus isn't a douche.
No,
But you
but
think
have
he
you seen
kinda looks
Tim
like Tim
Tebow
Tebow.
lately? He's looking really hot.
Okay, I'm gonna have
No,
to check
he's
him
too
out.
meaty at this point.
Meaty.
Yeah, like
He's ripped.
Yes, but he
Yeah.
needs to like.
I mean, he's on the
that's
sauce.
a good
Yeah, he's on the
Yeah.
sauce for sure. But like, if anyone remembers that cartoon Johnny Bravo,
Yep.
Yeah.
that was Marcus in high school.
Let me ask you another speed round question.
Yeah.
Of all of Haley's lesbian friends, who would you want to go bike riding with all day?
And by bike
Such-
riding, she
And
means
if you say Lloyd,
something
I'm
else.
coming over there, and you're gonna get tackled.
I've hiked with Lloyd. I'm ready to bike ride with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You need a speed round.
Yeah, what is the best? What is or was the best part about me being your sister, and also what is the worst?
I had that right here.
The best is you will silverback gorilla anything for me.
100%.
And
Anything, anyone, anytime.
Yeah. The worst is that I cannot fucking lie to you if my life
That's
depended
right.
on it.
That's correct.
You literally look into my soul and like, you want to tell me. I'm like, oh my God, I have to tell you everything.
Yep, she does.
Like she, not even like I'm trying to hide something from her bad. It's more of like my parents got her World Cup tickets one year for Christmas. And she said, look at me in
convinced her
my
to
eyes.
tell me.
What did mom and dad get me for Christmas? And I was like, no.
She like put a
My mom threatened me within an inch of my life. She was like, do not tell your sister. And
told
she
me.
said, Kelsey, wouldn't it be better to tell me now so that they know I like it than for me to open it and hate it?
It was convincing. I should have been a lawyer.
And
or
I was
something.
like, you're right, because what if she hit? There was no way she was going to
Uno reverse
hate it,
card.
Hate it. It was behind the goal seats for the fucking World Cup.
And you just
exactly
straight
right.
up.
And
you
I
didn't
was
even like,
like,
she didn't even open it. You just told her, and she was like,
Yeah.
And I said, you got World Cup. And she was like, very good.
Very good, young one.
"What is your all-time biggest regret?" From your sister's corner, she asked. this
Yeah.
question. Your sister asked this question.
It's kind of a twofold regret because I don't regret it, but I do think I would have benefited from it moving away from home.
I literally
You
said
never
this.
did.
I never did.
Answer to
I
someone.
went to school. I went to KU. I grew up here in Kansas City. Went to KU, which I loved, and I was thinking about applying for like magazine jobs because I was a journalism major in New York, and I had the opportunity to come home and work for a family business, and I ended up choosing the family business, which is in the end my story, and it's great, and I wouldn't change it because I learned a ton in a very short amount of time and did a ton. But I do think because both my husband and I have been here forever. So I think that there is like a little missing just
Maybe
like
you'll
life
do it
experience.
later.
Yeah, maybe later.
Maybe
Yeah.
later.
So and I love raising our kids here. I wouldn't change that. But
Same.
so
I'd say the same.
that's my biggest regret.
Does she have speed questions for us?
Do you have speed questions?
Of course
for
she
us?
does.
Okay.
She goes,
Ending on the couch with some speed questions.
Well,
for
so
us.
mine were just like silly.
Stretch my mind.
yeah, great, silly, awesome.
Like favorite all-time movie from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Fried green tomatoes.
So like one of the classics.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good answer. God damn it. I love you. God, that is the best answer. She's correct. I'm gonna say she's correct. I mean,
I'm kind of
what
I'm
about
kind
A
of
League of
pissed
Their
at you.
Own?
no,
Oh.
not even close to fried green
Oh,
tomatoes.
but no, but it's
No,
so
but I'm also-
good.
I guess I would say the Empire Records.
Oh yeah.
Empire
I'm
Records.
kind of surprised you didn't say Clueless.
Clueless.
Clueless was great.
So good. Top three.
Clueless
But
is great.
best movie.
but best, yeah.
Yeah.
Fried Green Tomatoes is the
gonna change
correct
my life. There,
answer.
there was a
Yeah.
lesbian arc, and I cried in the movie theater.
Amen. And like their relation, Ruth. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She literally. That's why we were all out today. Thank you, Ruth.
Favorite thing about your friendship with each other?
Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. I don't know. I think like for me, you know, when you wander the earth and you just don't feel understood for like years and years, and then you meet somebody that's like, oh, I get you. I feel a renewed sense of gotten.
Yeah, I think there is an unspoken understanding. There is just a chemistry, like an understanding that I can't explain. I have it with you. There's just like, it's like kind of like, yep, I get it. And for me, that leads itself to trust, like deep trust, lots of trust.
If you were to be an animal, what animal would you
Oh
be?
God,
Great transition question.
You're welcome.
I think this is our last question.
Elephant
too.
for me. Elephant.
I love
I
you.
love that.
I love fucking elephants. I think they're so sensitive and like I just love how they are so aware, and I'm an
Emotional.
elephant junkie. Yeah, I'd be
love
an
it.
elephant for sure.
I love it.
I was going to say elephant, so you took my answer. So I have to come up with something different. In which case I would say like probably I have silverback gorilla tendencies or like a lioness. You know, I think lioness because I'm like, take care of the group.
She's gonna kill somebody.
I'm going to kill somebody and take care of the
you're hunting for the
babies.
group.
If the community needs food,
Go get you some food.
this bitch gonna get you some food.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry the babies.
Yeah, she's
Somebody's
like-
stalking the group. She gonna hunt him.
Gonna turn around and kill you. 100%.
She's deathly ill, so like I
Oh, no, this-
all week I'm making fun
I
of
know,
her laugh, and
thank
she's
God.
Like,
I know, I literally sound like I smoke a pack a
I'm like,
day.
you are dead.
How you doing? I smoke a
I'm
pack a
surprised
day.
you're
All of a
today.
sudden, all these people are be viewing behind or on the couch and be like, oh, her voice is so
Haley's
sexy.
taking a fucking
This is not my voice.
cat nap over here.
I had the flu, then I had laryngitis, and then my voice is just now back to like in
Then
the
you have
last 2 days.
tequila.
And then I had a little tequila and a little Rotel to coat the vocal cords.
Nobody's eating the road.
I mean, maybe we should tell Adele, all you need is some.
Yeah,
Velveeta.
she's got to rotate
Yes,
music with Rotel.
Yeah.
that'd be good.
This is going to keep
Nature's
us alive.
nectar.
Was
Nature's
that our
nectar.
Last question.
That's our last question.
That's our last question.
Yay.
And the end of our first episode of On the Couch with Ashley and Hailee and my amazing and incredible, adorable, perfect sister, baby angel sister. And
Check out Duo Fit Maternity. What's the website one more time?
Built like a mother.
Built like a mother. .com. Like, follow, subscribe. Target if you want to sponsor us. Rotel if you want to sponsor us.
If you
Velveeta.
need any
Velveeta.
job tips, this guy.
That's right.
not
I'll hook
this
you up with my 4 best
guy.
gay guy friends, and
This guy.
that's some OnlyFans
Not
content right
this
there.
guy.
Paywall, paywall, paywall.